I'm Joanna Garzilli, award-winning author and life coach. Welcome to the Looking Glass podcast. I feel like John Hurt's character Kane in Alien when they're sitting on the spaceship, eating, and then the alien explodes out of his chest. Except if there was an alien inside me, it's stuck in my stomach and I'm terrified. I just want it out of me. I feel paralyzed and incapacitated. And I also know that I made a request to Spirit to grow, to be able to live courageously. And so I'm becoming more aware. And as I become more aware, as I not only look in the mirror, but I go through the looking glass, I am seeing very, very clearly. So a lot of the time when I've done readings for other people over the years and they say, well, I don't know, but they do know. We know. We always know. It's just a lot of the time we're scared to look. We don't want to see the truth. And the illusion that the mirror can create, the illusion that can be created from certain relationships, is something that I know that for me to truly live happily and gratefully for who I am, for my loved ones, for what I have in my life, and not to carry resentment, that I need to shatter that illusion, which makes me think of when you break a mirror, that there's 7 years of bad luck. Where does that even come from? What does that mean? To me, right now in this moment, it says, don't push it. Don't step over the line. Don't get out of your cage. I wrote down this afternoon, Eye of the Tiger, and that I feel like a tiger in a cage, and I've put myself in that cage, and I need out. I'm not a domesticated pet. I'm a wild cat. And I can't even believe I'm saying this right now. I'm a wild cat. Meow. I think it would be more like a roar. So I guess I got happy there for a second. I went from feeling so much anger, intensity, frustration, to having a moment where I felt good. And this goes back to, I can't say what it is for you. You let me know. But on an earlier episode when I shared about sulking Joanna, that when I didn't want to walk any further, and I would go and put my arm over my face, and my dad would try and make me laugh, and then the smile would come through, but I wanted to stay grumpy and irritable because that would get me what I want. And so what I'm aware of right now is I get some type of payoff or pleasure from my pain body being activated. Why would I get any type of enjoyment from feeling an alien in my stomach that just makes it so intense for me to be in my body? I don't know the answer to that right now, but I know in asking that it will come. And maybe it's because I don't trust that if I release that energy, which I guess there's some part of me that really likes intensity, that some part of me feels as if my life won't have depth or meaning because I like to go deep. I like to feel intensity. And so I suppose I need to pray and meditate on that. I feel so ashamed and bad about this. But what I do know is that beyond that, where I feel I can't let go of the rope, that if I allow myself to fall, when I allow myself to fall, rather than thinking that I've got to have a safety net there, maybe I'm going to fall into something wonderful. It makes me think of the expression, when you fall in love. What if I could fall in love with myself? I really like that idea. I wonder what that brings up for you. How do you feel about yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you feel, I imagine you love yourself at times. I have a sense that you're intelligent, you're good at reading people, you've done a lot of work on yourself, you're much more aware and advanced than you give yourself credit for. And when I say advanced, I mean in terms of your spirituality. I feel like you've been on the spiritual path for a while and you have a certain level of mastery. And yet, whatever the programming is within yourself, you don't fully trust yourself. As I said, you don't trust yourself. What I'm saying to you, I'm saying to me. I feel a strange pain coming up in my back of my right shoulder, just out of nowhere. And then I felt it in the left side, but particularly in the back right side there. And this is the thing, how pain can just get reactivated, how it can just come out of nowhere, but it isn't really coming out of nowhere because it was there all along. And that it's just having the opportunity to feel it, to acknowledge it, so that that energy can pass through. I'm going to bring this to a close as I have a woodpecker up on the roof, just pecking away at the chimney. And rather than get angry, I'm just going to let it go. I look forward to connecting with you next time. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe and share this podcast. And sign up for updates at joannagarzilli.com or looking-glass.me.